I did go through the list in my meditations and prayer one morning, yeah.
Yeah? You still doing it? See, you want
No, I'm not still doing it. What I'm doing is
I'm setting you up right now. You do know that, right?
you set me up, go ahead. You know, if you need an example, sure.
No. Here, have a seat. So what we were talking about is you need to get to the point that you never forgive anybody again.
Right.
Right? Because because if you really knew what was going on, everybody, you would know that why would you forgive someone who hasn't changed their beliefs? And that people aren't going to change their beliefs. They're not.
Actually, yeah.
So they're not going to change their beliefs, so why in the hell should I forgive him? I know he's going to do the same shit to me tonight at volleyball, you know? I'm not going to forgive him, do not forgive them because they know not what they do. Do not forgive them. Do not judge them is what it should have been. Who screwed with that scripture? Do not judge them, for they know not what they do. Do not judge them. So if they're going to keep on doing it, you might want to observe yourself and ask yourself why you're putting yourself in that position again.
I'd like to do a correction on that because actually it was myself I have forgiven. And I was just bringing my family into light. It had nothing to do. What I was doing is I was visualizing them and touching.
As not the terrorists.
Yeah, touching on each one of them and just seeing them rise in their vibration and love themselves.
Yeah, and so
unconditionally. Seeing
rising them up,
yeah,
and making it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Okay.
Getting them out of the situation of why you're frustrated with yourself and them.
I think I found something here that I want to imagine them finding it. So just touching on that.
So you set them free.
Yeah.
From your stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because it's a subconscious program. Whatever it is, I recognize that. So, so really, that's your program, and I was part of the program because I'm the father that downloaded it into them. So now, if I'm at a place that's in time now in my life where I'm the change for myself, I want them to be the change for their self.
Now here's the deal. He's going there. We see it, right? How patient is he going to be, or is he going to slide back into a little bit of guilt if his kids take too long to drink the Kool-Aid that he's experienced?
Actually, I'm not even worried if they don't.
Okay, good. See there, that's good. He's made that justification because you've got to.
Because they're on their journey. Like I was
That's it.
thinking of my wife, and I mean it didn't end well for her, but you know what? Celebrate it because that's her journey. That was her thing, and now she's in a great place to reflect on whatever it was all about. Like I mean, I don't care who I don't care what happens to anybody anymore. Why would I?
No,
I can't change it.
Because he can't. Isn't it great when you decide how somebody's story's supposed to go, and you think that you know better? How does that make you feel? Struggle, right? But we all got set up, didn't we? Right? Okay, we stood up at the altar. Oh, now you're going to really like me. Okay, we stood up at the altar and we went, for rich or poor. I said, screw this, it's richer. You want poor, you go down that road. Okay, for sickness and health, you get sick. Go look after yourself. You stay healthy. I'm not a caretaker. All right? Okay? Until death do us part? Shit. I've heard that so often. I can't wait to get out of here. Okay, well, I'm never going to be in a relationship that I go to death do us part. Holy shit. The whole thing sounds pretty bad, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but nobody ever heard that, right? But because guess what? You've been taught since the minute you got here that guess what? Love is in the suffering. It's all in the suffering, for rich or poor. No, wait a minute, I've got a choice here. There's no poor crap going on here. You know, you got to have poverty mentality to be impoverished, which means you have scarcity. You have scarcity beliefs, but that is called non-deserving. And it may be not your fault, but you can always get pissed off a little bit and wake up to it and maybe want to change it. I mean, really, seriously, why don't you go and read the wedding ceremony and ask yourself who wrote it? Did it sound like a guy in love? No, it was a guy who was trying to get everybody wrapped into the ring, into the license, and into the whole thing, no matter what. You know, if you made the wrong decision, you got drunk one night and you were married the next morning, that's your fault. You're stuck.
Well, and you know, I mean, I got a lot of experience.
What, getting drunk?
No, getting been married a long time. But what it is if you don't have self-love and self-care in a relationship, then what happens is you're being sucked, drained of all of that care that you should be doing on yourself. It's going into them. They don't have a self-love program, so where are they getting their love? They're sucking it right out of you. They're sucking it out.
And guess what? It's totally wasted.
Yeah.
Nobody's any happier.
No.
You weren't supposed to give your love, you were supposed to shine your light. Doesn't it sound a little different? Yeah. I'm a flashlight, okay? All right? I'll share the light.
So this morning in my meditations, I'm thinking, you know what? We came here as pure spirit. And I want to shed the shit, shed the programs to raise my consciousness and my vibration back to pure spirit. That's what I was meditating on this weekend.
It's as simple as that. Now, if we could just put in a program, and that was the most prominent dominant program, it's all over.
It's already there.
It's all over. He would not have to want for money or shelter or love. He would actually go where he's the happiest without feeling guilty. How many times have you made a decision in your life and you feel guilty about that decision because you're having more fun than your wife or your husband or your children should be? Oh my God, Jimmy should be here and Fred should be here. Yeah, you just ruined it. You just ruined the whole thing. People sitting in this course going, oh my God, I just wish I could share this all with, you just ruined it. You need to be selfish enough in this course to know what you need to do to get the job done, or guess what? It's not going to be sweet for anyone.
And you know what's really amazing is that I mean, I'm 64. I've gone through the gamut. I've been on a self-truth. I've been on a search my whole life trying to improve myself and improve, you know, operate in love, operate in all of that. But he gives you the tools to do it yourself because it's a self-serve job, like he said. Like, and you're never going to get there unless you go within and you do the work. You're never going to get there. And I think it's amazing because I'm humble enough to see it, I guess, and to implement it, I guess. You know, but I just see it changing my life. So, and changing. The biggest part is the self-love, loving yourself, man. Hey, when has that ever happened? And smiling. You know, I smiled pretty well most of the morning, dancing in the streets. And when has that ever happened? You know, I had the fighter's look. I had the stare. I had don't come near me. I had I'll fuck you up look for years. And believe me, I'm just saying. You know, so hey,
how's things going for you, Sharon?
So what's the
we don't stare at each other.
so what's the love language now? You know, it's a big smile and raising and creating the proper chemicals in your brain. And see, now I know.
And hugs.
Yeah.
You're a good hugger.
We were
Yeah.
just joking.
I've always been a good hugger because I love people. But now I can love myself and love them more.
Yeah. We're just joking as we were coming in, and we're like, hey, you know what? Who are you gonna call but the shitbusters? So we can call ourselves the shitbusters. Because it's getting rid of the shit on so many levels.
Yeah.
Call 1-800 shitbusters.
Yes.
What's that in Spanish?
Because they should be like,
We'll